welcome back everybody. So today I'm going to watch Star Wars Resistance Season 2, Episode 12. This one's called The Missing Agent. Rise of Skywalker came out this week, and I was kind of hoping there was going to be some sort of major tie-in with this show, or at least some detail that I could connect, and I looked and I didn't see anything. I mean, there was even a scene where like 10,000 good guys ships show up, and I didn't see the Colossus anywhere, so I guess so much for hoping that they were going to connect some stuff from this show into the movies, but at this point, I'm kind of just watching the show, hoping there'll just be some fun things for me to pick out, and I've really lost all faith that they're going to do anything interesting story-wise. I mean, I suppose at this point they may still introduce something that was in the movie, but I don't want to give away too many spoilers. There's definitely a character we met last week who, like, dies in the Rise of Skywalker, so it's like, well, like, what was even the point of that? So moving forward, I'm just going to try and have a little bit of fun with this. And it hasn't really lived up to my expectations. I really felt like the Clone Wars and Rebels, when we started getting into the later half of the seasons and when we got towards the end of the show, like they really started picking things up. And I guess there's still some hope for that with this show, but I'm not going to hold my breath. But anyway, let's go ahead and see what this week has to offer. This species looks familiar.
I know. Come on. Oh, we don't have much time. Anyone using a resistance frequency should be able to pick it up. So we just have to hope someone out there is listening. No.
What have we here?
Oh, cool.
Are you distressed?
This guy has horns. Oh no.
I warn you.
More prisoners, more money.
Alright, some more new characters that we're probably not going to follow up with.
Captain Doza, take a look at this.
A distress call.
I think so. It's coming from the Varkana system. I want to check this out, Captain. All right, we want to check this out.
If it is someone from the Resistance, we need to go and help. We'd want the same if it were us.
I don't want to put the Colossus in danger.
You already are. Just give us one rotation, Captain. We're not back by...
Too late for that,
Try to be
Kaz.
certain we're coming.
Oh, cool looking planet.
You always have me come along when the mission involves bodily harm.
Too bad for the bad guys.
All right.
Alright, we'll get some Kaz and Synara together again. At the beginning of the season, I was kind of predicting that maybe they were going to introduce a little romance between those two, but
You attract any unwanted attention.
they didn't follow through with that.
CB-23, can you hone in on that resistance signal?
This is already kind of reminiscent of like either Batu or even that town on Navarro from Mandalorian.
I'm a master at keeping a low profile. Oh! Didn't mean to do that.
Predictable.
Yeah, maybe a little.
Sorry, we're moving. Ow! Hey!
Hey, come here. We Chi, that's me. Got all kinds of good stuff here. What do you need? Ooh, that's a fancy looking ball droid you got there. You want to sell it?
Okay, but Lychee has the best parts you can buy. If you change your mind, you know where to find me.
Hey, be on the lookout. You'll know them when you see the ball droid.
The droids are not for sale.
Hello? The First Order would have shut the signal down. CB, can you pinpoint its source? I found it! The guy we're looking for is named Norath Kev. Norath is a Resistance spy, just like me. There's a whole list of names here. People Norath identified as possible First Order contacts.
More resistance fighters, I take it.
Friends?
I'll get you,
we're not
Gadget.
friends.
And no, you never will.
Yikes.
I have a list of names here that are very valuable to the First Order.
Not my problem.
Take it anyway.
Just let Sonara take care of it. Oh, nice. He's got an energy weapon. It's kind of like, traitor! Nice. Oh. Oh, shit. Ooh, we got her. God damn. Yep.
But that Slimo got away.
Slimo.
All right.
That guy's a bounty hunter, rolling up resistance spies.
If there's a chance Norath is alive, we can't leave.
What about Lychee? His name was on the list.
Why would the First Order bother with a small-time player like Lychee?
Lychee must have found out who Norath really was and sold him out. I don't think so.
Haha.
Figured out was a resistance.
That's a crazy looking blaster Sonara
Sold him
has.
out. CB, make him talk.
You serious? We're gonna keep doing this?
CB, you can stop now.
What? Why did you do that?
Because it's annoying.
You can't just rob me like that.
Unless you tell us what we need to know.
If he's still alive, maybe he took him to his ship. He rented out a docking bay in the main hangar on the south side, all right?
It's a pleasure doing business with you.
Can't have you snitching on us to your friend now, can we?
Yeah. Smart move.
Lychee was right. But where's the bounty hunter?
It's really going out of their way for this Norath character that they don't even really know.
Norath! It's okay. We're with the resistance.
No, you gotta get out of here. This is all a
Trap.
That's a cool ship. Okay, at least Sonara's on the outside.
Sorry you got mixed up in this. I had a whole list of names, First Order sympathizers and dealers.
CB23 has a list.
What? Well, then there's still a chance.
What's your report, Axe?
Axe.
The First Order thanks you for your service to our cause. You want the prisoners? You come to me. One, some kid named Kaz and an old man. We will meet you at the rendezvous point shortly.
Yeah, he wants Kaz.
We gotta get out of here before he meets up with the First Order.
Sonara will save the day. Definitely a cool ship. That rear end almost had like a couple similarities to the Millennium Falcon.
We have to open. You can't run.
Believe me, if there's one thing Kaz can do is bring down this ship. Or any ship for that matter.
Well, ain't they clever?
Let go.
Oh no! Don't fry CB.
Ship.
Nice. Sonara found a speeder somehow. Another happy landing.
That could have been much worse.
Tell that to CB.
Norath, are you hurt?
It's okay. I can walk.
Oof.
No, I can't. I can't walk.
Oh no.
Don't worry, CB.
CB is malfunctioning. Uh-oh. Oh, you know what? He's actually the same species as the Jedi that's on the Jedi Council. I just realized that. I forget that Jedi's name, though. Sits like right next to Yaddle. Well, he's one of the three Jedi that come with Mace Windu to confront Palpatine, right? And then Palpatine just like kills him in like 1 second. Try hitting him in the head. Oh my god, that was so awesome. Uh-oh. Crap, I hope Yeager doesn't die here, dude.
So I can get paid.
Sonara's gonna murk this guy. Yep!
You again?
That's a pretty dope weapon he's got. Like a little energy axe. That's his name, right? Axe? Oh, shit!
CB!
Oh, poor CB. Oh man, I don't know. Two on one. I feel like somebody's going over a cliff here, man. Let's just hope it's this guy.
What was that? Jaeger, come in.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. We need an evac. Do you read me?
I'm afraid it's too late.
Uh-oh.
The First Order has already arrived.
This stage just keeps getting worse and worse.
I was about to say the same thing.
Alright, man. Alright, so that's the end of that episode. So clearly that's a to be continued scenario. We'll see the second half of that situation in the next episode. Yeah, so overall, I'm a little bit disappointed because I kind of was hoping for this to, have a little bit more of a coherent storyline, but it just seems like this episode is yet another sort of side story that doesn't necessarily connect to the larger story. I mean, they're talking about getting this list of First Order people that are potentially First Order sympathizers or whatever. This character, Axe, is pretty cool. I liked his look. I liked his weapon. They made him pretty powerful. He was able to get one off on Synara, and it was like 2-on-1, Yeager and Synara versus him, and he was holding his own. And they obviously left it on a cliffhanger there. Made it seem like, oh no, Yeager and Synara probably got injured, but I think everybody's fine. We'll have to wait until the next episode and see. I maintain what I've been saying, and that's that this show is just kind of, it's its own thing. It doesn't really seem like it's too concerned with being too connected with the rest of the Star Wars content that's coming out right now. The fact that this is taking place essentially right between The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker, I've really been hoping that they'd be connecting some of this content somehow, but we continue to get new things, like this Norath character, this Axe character. These are both brand new characters, when there are like 4 or 5 other characters we've met in previous recent episodes that haven't followed up with them either. So we're in the back half of this season now, and there's just all these potential storylines for them to tie up, and they haven't really followed a main storyline other than just sort of like they just keep running into situations and then having to address those situations, and the Colossus is just kind of making its way through space aimlessly, I guess. I don't really know if they have a main objective other than just sort of carrying out their resistance duties, whatever that is. We did see Commander Pyre again. There's elements of this that I like. There's elements of this that are but on the whole, I didn't really enjoy this episode. It didn't really do much for me. I thought some of the action towards the end was kind of fun. That little battle with Axe and Synara and Yeager, and then speeders and all that. It's fun. It's cool visuals. It's cool ships. Axe's ship was cool. I thought it looked like it had like sort of a combination of other ships. Like the rear end looked like the Millennium Falcon a little bit, and then it almost looked like it had sort of the front end, kind of like the one from Rogue One. I don't know. It was cool. I like seeing some of those new cool things, but for me, it's more important to actually like have everything have some sort of importance. I don't want it to just be sort of aimless, and we even got another Kaz getting hit on the head and tripping in this episode. Like we get at least one of those in every episode. So I know I might just be asking too much of this because it's supposed to be for kids, but I felt like something like Rebels, for instance, delivered on that, where kids could easily enjoy it, but older guys like me who just want to get some cool Star Wars content really got something fun to chew on, and we're not getting it here. And this show's going to come to an end, and I'm glad we have The Mandalorian and Clone Wars Season 7 I'm super stoked for. I mean, I'm just thinking like, oh man, we're going to be getting some new Ahsoka Tano within a few months. Cool, man. I can't wait for that. So hopefully this show can close out in a fun way that, makes it seem like it wasn't just a giant waste of time. But right now, it's not really doing much for me. I'm going to keep watching it. I'm going to keep reacting it. Hopefully we see some more interesting stuff that ties into the larger picture. If you guys are enjoying this season anyway and you're not really bothered too much about the story, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye.